Hey guys, and welcome to
Wrestling Days.
So, WWE have announced that there will be another Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. This obviously isn't the actual trophy that you win. I'm not some kind of mad giant. This is just the Mattel version that you got when you bought the Cesaro Elite. It's a really cool little accessory actually, but I've got to be honest, looking at it from this side, looking at Andre's backside, is not a pretty view whatsoever. I'm gonna pop that down. So they're going to hold it again, and I'm really pleased they're holding it again because, this is something that they only started a few years ago, and it really should build up its prestige. It's something that I would hate to see them drop so soon, and it's always something I look forward to. I always look forward to seeing who's going to be involved. It's a good way of getting a load of fan favourites onto the Wrestlemania card. I wish that it carried a little bit more reward. I would like it if there was some kind of a title opportunity at the end of it, or even if it was just that it got announced for the past WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the 2016 Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner, such and such, and then out they come. A little bit like the Slammies they do with the Slammies for a few weeks. Honestly, after a week or two, this is forgotten about until the next year. So it's disappointing. Cesaro didn't gain anything from winning it. Big Show didn't gain anything from winning it. I'd really hope whoever emerges this year gets something. It needs that little bit more. Okay, so let's talk about who could actually be in the Battle Royal. So straight up, you can fill 4 places, nearly a quarter of it, with the Social Outcasts. As well as that, I think you could probably throw in Golden Truth, in R-Truth and Goldust. I expect them to be a tag team by this point. There's been a lot of build on those guys, so maybe they would feature elsewhere on the card, but I think the card's getting pretty stacked, to tell the truth. So once you've got your clarity on the Intercontinental title, and I think that there will be a second Divas match announced, then maybe Golden Truth just slip into this. After that, we've got Kane and we've got Big Show. Again, card's pretty stacked. Don't see where else they're gonna feature unless it's on here. And then you've got Fandango, who again, is a little bit directionless, and I think he'll just be fodder for this. As well as, unfortunately, in the same boat, Damien Sandow. We don't see much of Damien Sandow, and I think he'll be fodder for this. After that, we've got Sin Cara. Because obviously Kalisto will be in the US title match. You've also got Darren Young, who, even though had kind of branched out on his own, I don't see them doing anything with him other than this. And he certainly can't reform with the primetime players because Titus is on a hiatus and won't be around for the grandest stage. Zack Ryder normally features on the main roster at some point, so I'd expect to see him in this again as fodder. After that, Tyler Breeze, Stardust, Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, and I'm going to stick my neck out on this one, but I'm going to say Braun Strowman. I think that they want to highlight Strowman. There was obviously rumours that it was going to be Strowman Undertaker, so why doesn't he go into this and emerge victorious? That would make sense, because then you've got Strowman, who could look like a dominant, standing on his own monster. He could even eliminate Big Show, get rid of Kane, and similar to what he did at the Rumble. I think that makes a lot of sense. So that's 18 names. I've left 2 spots. I've left 1 spot for a legend, and I've left 1 spot for someone from NXT. Now, obviously, last year that NXT spot was taken up by Hideo Itami, and from what I'm hearing, he won't be well enough to return. So I'm not expecting Hideo to be in this. Let's just have a look at these 2 categories and just see who could fill those spots. From the Legends point of view, Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer, Rhino, the Boogeyman, Diamond Dallas Page. Now, we've seen all of these guys compete within recent years, be it, obviously we had the ECW originals, and we've had a few of them appear at Royal Rumbles. So we know they're still active competitors. We know that they're in the good books of the company. It would be a nice moment for one of those to come out and have a bit of an entrance at WrestleMania. Probably the most likely would be Rob Van Dam. You know, he probably scaled the heights a little more than what those other names did. So Rob Van Dam would be my pick. He's not the legend that I'd want to see, but Rob Van Dam would be the person in this that would be most likely to see. For the record, the legend that I would most want to see, but it's such an outside chance I've not even included it in my legends list, is Kurt Angle. He's a massive name still, and I think that he is someone they could bring in very last minute, throw into this, and he could get a really nice pop. He doesn't have to win it, but I just think it would be a cool WrestleMania moment. I think he would do it, and I think WWE would be foolish not to explore it either. I just don't see it happening. But yeah, Kurt Angle, imagine that as a WrestleMania moment. Next group then, NXT. So in this I've got Baron Corbin, I've got Samoa Joe, I've got Apollo Crews, Finn Balor, Austin Aries, which is a bit of an outsider. Now from this group I think we could see Samoa Joe. He is meant to be making his debut the next night on Raw, so we know that he's on the verge of a call-up. They could just move it to WrestleMania and just put him in this. If they still want to keep him strong for the next night on Raw, then it could be Baron Corbin. He's been working hard, and you know, maybe they feel deserves the opportunity. I don't see it being Finn Balor. I just don't think they would waste him in something like this. He's going to be a megastar, and this isn't how you should introduce him or debut him to the WWE audience. So he's my absolute rank outsider. Austin Aries, I only went with Aries because there'll be a degree of the crowd that know him from TNA and other promotions. So yeah, you know, if you want a bit of star power, if you want to get, you know, a name out there, then you could do worse than Austin Aries. Obviously Samoa Joe would have a similar effect. My rank outsider for this would be Nakamura. Nakamura, again, you know, apparently getting paid main event money or main roster money, so they could make him work for that money. He'll be at TakeOver Dallas, but that's not going to stop him appearing at WrestleMania in this. They could throw him in there. That'd be a cool little moment, but I see that as an outside chance, so that's why I didn't include it in the video. So for me, if I had to pick one, I would go with Baron Corbin on this. But for me, out of all those options, the winner, Braun Strowman. I think it highlights him, as we said. It doesn't really take away from you know, a match. It's not as if he's taking anyone's spot. He needs to be built as a heel monster, and this could go some way to doing it. I'd really like him to then get a title shot, because I think that could be really cool. You know, if Roman does win the WWE title, then automatically Triple H gets a rematch. As well as that, you know, the winner of Lesnar Ambrose is going to come after you. And then also you could have Braun Strowman sniffing around saying, listen, I won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I deserve my shot. So yeah, you know, giving options for the new champion and making things interesting, I'd be firmly on board with that. Cool. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at Wrestling Days UK. If you haven't already, then it'd be wicked if you could subscribe to the channel, because I've got loads more videos coming up soon. And as always, really appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.